Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Tales of the Albums on the Wall. Today I'm going to be discussing the band Yachts and the album SOS. I'm kind of cheating here because this, in fact, is the album cover to the US SOS, but it's not SOS. This is a bonus disc in a box set, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. The UK equivalent is this, and this is equally wonderful as well, but the one I have up on the wall is this album. Yachts were from Liverpool. Quartet. Fantastic. Henry Priestman, Martin Watson, Martin Dempsey, Bob Bellis. Debut album was produced by Richard Gotterer, and it's indescribable. It's got that punky edge, but these stacked harmony vocals and great tunes, but they sounded like nobody else. They had energy. Their songs were quirky and fun and funny and exciting. That was the thing about Yachts, is it was always exciting. And they were a band that I kind of called like my band, right? Because everybody else heard the Jam and the Clash and Undertones and stuff, but Yachts was the band that I'd keep going over people's houses, and I'd have like a baggie full of Yacht 7-inch singles, and I'd go over to my friend Chuck's house, and I'd throw them on the turntable, and we'd listen to Yacht singles. And yeah, sure, I had a couple Jam singles in there as well, Eaton Rifles or whatever, but it was always Yachts. Yachts were always the focus for me. They made me feel alive. I mean, if you listen to them now, this album came out 40 years ago, and it's still exciting, and it's edgy, and it's fun. There were just these four guys from Liverpool, and they were making this amazing sound. Again, it's hard to describe them. Were they power pop? A lot of power pop fans like them. They weren't new wave. They were influenced by 60s obscurities and 60s hits. And you could put them in a lot of categories. But the category that they probably feel more comfortable in is awesome. The awesome category. But Yachts, in fact, this album here, this was actually the back of the American cover too. Slightly different track listing. They took off a couple songs, added a couple songs, and but that debut album with this cover and with this cover, fantastic. The second album was great too. I just don't have it up on my wall because I put one album by each band on my wall. But it's so exciting. This band still fills me with so much energy. In fact, there is a box set now that compiles the two albums and then a bonus disc of all their A-sides and B-sides. And trust me, they had a lot. Take a look at this. That's a lot of A and B-sides. There's the early versions of songs that made albums. There's non-album B-sides, a couple live tracks, and also it has their final single as well, which is a song called Fool Like You. Strange, weird world that we live in. I am now friends with Henry Priestman from Yachts on Facebook. I've interviewed him for my podcast, Beach Blanket Fort Bingo. Check it out. And such a kind person. And it's like I'm thinking, Henry Priestman knows my name. And Henry Priestman was in Yachts, and then later on he was in It's a Material. Then he was in a band called The Christians, and now he tours with this other amazing artist called Les Glover. I'm sorry I get so excited when I talk about this stuff, but Yachts, the reason this album is up on my wall is because it's such an impact on my life. I put Yacht songs on mixtapes for practically everybody that I ever made a mixtape for. So I highly recommend that you go out and you get this box, or you check out the band. I actually recommend you to buy the CD box set because you have everything the band released. And remember, they're from Liverpool. That's the same. Yep, that's right. I know. You're going, Liverpool? That's the city that A Flock of Seagulls are from. Anyway, that's it. I appreciate you hanging out with me and listening to me bibble babble and talk about the albums on my wall. I appreciate it. And until we meet again, smell you later.
I'm through and and through and through and through and through and through. You're getting through, 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 you're getting through. And it's true, and it's true.